Hi, I'm Bob Gimlin. The Ojibwe are a First Nation tribe. Their historic range is in what is now Canada, bordering to the north of the Great Lakes. And today I want to talk about their 7 grandfather teachings. Their Aboriginal 7 grandfather teachings are akin to the Western belief in the 10 Commandments, or the opposite of the 7 deadly sins. Each grandfather teaching is a trait or virtue that is represented by a different animal, because in many North American Aboriginal cultures, people are ancestors of animals, and we descended from them. In the 7 teachings, each animal is a representation of a specific value or virtue in their culture, and according to Ojibwe culture, Maingin represents humility, Makwa is bravery, wisdom is a meek, truth is Mikinak, Mashkod represents respect, Sabe is honesty, and Migzi represents love. You may have noticed that one of these is not like the other. The 7 grandfather teachings are a cultural metaphor. The point of a metaphor is to be concise, descriptive, and universal. Like if I say, "You're ugly as sin," it can't really be misinterpreted. And these types of things are usually consistent. That's why Illinois, Iowa, and Louisiana's state birds are cardinal, goldfinch, and pelican, and not cardinal, goldfinch, and dragon. Sabe, or Bagwashawinawag, meaning wild man or wilderness persons respectively, appears in this list alongside known animals. Why? Because Sabe was known to the Ojibwe. Some people say that First Nations people's reality is too intertwined with spiritualism to be credible. Well, guess what? All realities are intertwined with spiritualism. That's like saying that the dollar bill is fictitious because it says "In God we trust." Spiritualism is how we give meaning. It is in all cultures, and it always will be. Jibeabuz is a spiritual creature, and according to Ojibwe lore, Jibeabuz taught Native Americans to gather meaning from dreams. Jibeabuz is a rabbit. Does this mean that rabbits are fictitious because they were the subject of mythology? No, not at all. The animal is a factual construct, given a human construction, and when an animal appears with other animals, its existence is even further validated. To be clear, Native Americans, like all people, do have mythological beings, some perhaps rooted in fact, and maybe some not. The stiff-legged bear is thought to be a distorted ancestral memory of a mastodon. This giant water panther was probably never thought to be real, but rather a romantic construct. Yet the stiff-legged bear, the water panther, and the giant snake beside it, they didn't make it into the 7 grandfather teachings. But Sabe did. It doesn't take a cultural anthropologist to determine that the First Nation peoples of North America were more than capable of discriminating between reality and myth. Sabe wasn't a question to them. It was ingrained in their culture, identically to commonly acknowledged animals. But why would we take their word for it? First Nation peoples have been settled on this continent for about 13,000 years, subsisting off the land. Europeans or Westerners landed in North America 520 years ago. This is a Langern yew. It's growing in North Wales. It is a little over 4,000 years old. So that gives some perspective on the time frame we're looking at. Native Americans have been settled in North America for about 25 times longer than we have. They have had a lot longer to figure this stuff out. In my opinion, the Ojibwe chose animals to each attribute wisely. Bear is courage. It takes a lot of courage for a 400-pound animal to stand up against 900 pounds of wolf. Beaver is wisdom. Yeah, they construct and maintain their own environment by creating their own tidal zones. Eagle is love. Part of the eagle's mating ritual is tangling talons and free-falling thousands of feet. If that's not love, I don't know what is. So my last question, and let me know what you think in the comments. Why did the Ojibwe pick honesty for Sabe? I think it may be because it is so rare and difficult to see a Bigfoot that only honest people actually saw them, and everyone else who claimed they were seeing them were just lying. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks an awful lot for listening.